or not false would be true. And we could check the truth tables and kind of go over those as well. Not false is true, not true is false. You see that? True or false is true, true or true is true, false or true is true, false or false is false. And I'll send this out in the chat so you guys can see this. You are correct, White Rose. I should have had that. And as I was typing that out, I was surprised that one of those was not. So that was my mistake. But White Rose is correct. One of these should prove that this would return false. So if we make it 8 is less than 7, we can prove that. Like this. If I could type. Apparently I can't type. And you see it returns false. So if we made it 6, where both conditions are true, then it becomes true. Hey, thanks for the sub, Iayo. Appreciate that. Starting to lose my voice. We're not even an hour in, guys. I'm weak. Okay. I'm trying to keep my sultry voice. I'm trying to. Alright. I'm still going to copy and paste. You guys aren't going to change my ways. Alright. Let's talk about conditional statements. Print out conditional statements. Can you guys see all right in terms of this console? I know it's probably late to ask. Is everybody able to see this on like a full screen level? Or should I try to boost this up? I don't know what the options are for that. A tidbit? I can zoom in a tidbit. If I know how to zoom in a tidbit. Somebody knows the way. Text editor and top bar. Oh, you guys are awesome. All right. Aha. You guys are the real mentors. Look at you. Actually, I'm still going to keep this lowered. Is that better? Better 1, better 2? Okay. Sorry, guys. We'll note for future lessons. A tidbit better? All right. Let's do some conditional statements. We are going to do if or else, and we're going to try to buy a soda. I don't like dark. I like light. All right, so let's define a function. We're going to call it soda, and it's going to take one parameter called money. And I want to buy this soda, but I want to buy this soda if I have enough money to do it. So let's say the soda costs $2. So if I want to buy the soda and I have $2 or more, then we can return, you've got yourself a soda. And I keep doing it. Caps lock gang. If we don't have $2 or more, then we have an else statement. So if one thing is true, we're going to return one thing. Else, we're going to return something else. It's a pop if you're from like Ohio, Michigan, maybe Kentucky. What are the chances those people are here right now? Here we're just going to return no soda for you. Yeah, they don't have the internet. Okay, so let's print out soda and say we've got $3. Let's also print out soda and say we've got $1. Okay, you see with $3 we've got ourselves a soda. If not, we do not have a soda. Okay. Let's do one a little bit more complicated. I guess not too complicated. So let's define one for alcohol. Well, we need money, but we also need to be of age. Right? So if our age is greater than or equal to 21, this is in the States, people. And let's say the drink costs $5. Then we'll return, we're getting tipsy. If that's not true, we can do something called an else if we have another statement. What are some things we need to think about? What if our age is greater than 21, but we're broke? Then we're going to say return, come back with more money. Okay, what if we have the money, but we're not 21? Well, then we can return, nice try, kid, right? Lastly, if we don't have the money and we're not of age, you're too poor and too young. I think you would only want to print if you want to print to your screen. We're returning here because we're just returning the function, or returning the, I guess, the string, if that makes sense, for what we're doing, but we don't have to print it out right now. But if you want to print out the results, then that's when you would use print, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's print out some results here. Let's just test a few things. Let's say we're 21, we got $5. Let's also say we're 21, we got $4. And lastly, we are 20 with $4. Okay, save it and print. So you could say it says we're getting tipsy, come back with more money, and you're too poor and too young. Okay, that is it for conditional statements. Any questions on conditional statements? We're actually going through a little faster than I hoped, which is good though. We have a jam-packed night. No questions? Good. Okay. Let me go copy and paste my new line, my copy pasta. Okay, next we're going to be talking about lists. After lists, we're going to run into tuples really, really quick, and then we're going to talk about looping. So let's go ahead and say lists. Okay. Print out a little friendly reminder. You need both? I can do that. There you go. Okay, so we're going to print out lists have brackets. Let's make a list. I'm going to make a list of some of the movies that I like. Let's say When Harry Met Sally. The Hangover. The Perks of Being a Wallflower. The Notebook. And The Exorcist. Throwing that one in there for Jeff. If Jeff's in here somewhere. Okay, so we've got this list. And we could do lots of different things with this list. For example, let's say we wanted to return the first item in the list. What do you think? Would this do it? Print it out and see what happens here. We have printed The Hangover. That is the second movie in our list. Okay, so when we're dealing with lists and dictionaries and whatever else, we're going to be running from 0 on. So 1 is actually number 2, if that makes sense. So if we want to print the first movie in the list, we actually have to call out a 0, hit save on that. And then you can see now the first movie that prints is When Harry Met Sally. So remember that numbering starts at 0. Okay. Let's say we wanted to pull a list here and we wanted to pull out of this list the first item and the second item. Don't get ahead of me with -1. We're getting there. Okay, let's say if we want to get the first item and the second item. So print movies, do something like this, 1 to 3. Now this is weird too, right? Okay, we did get the first item. Sorry. I said first item and second item. I meant second and third, but I'll switch it. Because that's the right thing to do. Okay, so we pulled out When Harry Met Sally and The Hangover. But we called 0, 1, and 2. Well, this is a special case as well, right? We actually, when we want to call a list like this, we have to call out the next number as the ending number. So we call the starting number we want, and then one more than we actually want. So if we wanted the Perks of Being a Wallflower in there as well, okay, we'll save 03, print Python 101, and now you see that we have 3 movies in there. So it's a little funky. What if we did something like